morning. It is Tuesday, March 12th, and I've got some energy, but I took a sleeping pill last night, so I'm a little bit groggy, if you say. But what's not groggy is CPI inflation. 3.8%. I mean, again, this is going to be the lead story. The market took off after this. I have no idea why the market is taking off other than month over month. It was 0.4% in February. It's 0.4% now. I'm sorry, it was 3.3%. So again, month over month is good. Year over year, 3.8% versus 3.7% expected. 0.1% mainly driven by energy. Gas prices a little higher. I mean, again, that's probably going to be manipulated by the Strategic Oil Reserve or more pumping. As the Biden administration has shown, they are willing to loosen the strings on pumping oil while still publicly saying, hey, let's pound the table. That's why your gas prices are down. Don't let the Republicans tell you that, hey, we're going to pump more. They can't pump more. We're going as fast as we can in history. So, I mean, the only thing that they could do is open up everybody's backyard to an oil well. And I don't think anybody really wants that, but that's the core story. QQQs, the Qs, it's going to open up 0.41. It's come off. It was at almost 1%. It's at 439. That opens you up here with some confirmation. You really want to get above 440 for true confirmation. So I don't know if it was a pump in pre-market. This green line represents a fairly good story of a trend. We've broken that trend. So to get above that trend, we really need to get about 444 in the near term. If we don't, I think you can continue to see a little bit of a pullback. There's some great opportunities out there, though. Biggest movers of the day, we'll go over Oracle earnings. Oracle just killed it. Absolutely killed it. Up like 13%. I'm the boomer who says I should have bought my own suggestion. I've been saying that on Oracle since 65. Billy, they rose 6% after JP Morgan upgraded them. China's just flying. Arcadia Pharmaceuticals experienced 17% decline. Vail Resorts plunged 6%. Southwest Airlines dropped 7%. American Airlines fell 4%. There's your biggest movers of the day. There was some funny Bitcoin stuff going on. I will go over Bitcoin here in a little bit. But I did do a new Bitcoin and crypto ETF list for every TrendSpider subscriber. You can get into this by just logging in and importing. And by the way, if you're not a TrendSpider subscriber, the sale is going on for 15 hours more. 15 hours. It's $550 for a year. If you have a large enough portfolio and you think you can make $550, then go ahead. Get TrendSpider because I'll give you my 4-hour algorithm. You'll see how good it is. We'll go over some stuff. How great it is for you to give you confidence. Again, part of TrendSpider is taking emotion out of the trade. So if you look at the candles in the 4-hour algorithm and you want to get in, maybe the 4-hour algorithm is, that chart looks good. I'm going to get in. Or it's run too much. I can't get in right now. That's kind of how you use the 4-hour algorithm. Again, $550 if you have a big enough account. That is this is sales going on for 15 more hours. We are, like I said, we may gain confirmation. We may be going further on the Qs here. This is the 4-hour algorithm, by the way, on the QQQ. So if you trade the 4-hour algorithm on QQQ over 24 months, it puts you in 23 positions. So that's buy and sell 23 positions. You win 48% of the time. That's not a bad winning percentage, to be honest with you, because your average win is 6.2%. Your average loss, 2.81%. It got you in here at 438. Yesterday, you closed at 437. You could have gotten in. Right now, you're at 438. If you think this rally is going to continue, just buy at 438. The Qs is one of those that I just buy when the algorithm tells me to buy because it does outperform. I'm just super careful when to sell. And I typically don't sell. I mean, let's be honest. Your boy is a bull. So, But the cues, like I said, we'll go over more of the 4-hour algorithm. But how do you get TrendSpider? You go to my link tree, linktr.ee/daily stock pick. You click on this top link, and then you go and you sign up. Once you sign up, there is an email address right here in the top right-hand corner of Linktree. It's dailystockpick3@gmail.com. Just email me. And what I'll do is I'll email you back. It's a list. It's a links. So the links look like this. You click on the link, and all you do is log in and import. And you can track, you can scan, you can do everything that I do every day with these lists. There's no hidden system. There's no hidden, there's nothing that you need to do other than scan, look at it, and then make your decision. So it won't do it for you. You can trade it on a bot if you want. I think there's a couple of people who trade my 4-hour algorithm on a bot. I do not trust it that much, but I am a boomer. It's not like I got a robot making my breakfast. I like my eggs like I like my eggs. My French toast needs to be made a certain way. There ain't no robot flipping my French toast. So I don't want a robot trading my stocks. So, but this will be in the newsletter, a link to this. One thing I want to tell you is not all Bitcoin ETFs are the same. Understand, there are some that are underperforming. Specifically, BITO is only up 44% in the 1 month period. This is 1 month. This is why I tell you, do not buy into IPOs or new things. This is what you want to track these things. So BITO, it's underperforming. Everything else seems to be right in line with Bitcoin, but BITO, it's kind of underneath. Does that mean it's got more room to run up? It seems like it's split here at the end of February for some reason. I don't know why, but maybe it's got an opportunity to come back up. There was a funny story yesterday on Michael Saylor of MSTR. And if you have some MicroStrategy, some NVIDIA, if only I had bought NVIDIA at the lows, no other stock is going to gain these gains. Michael Saylor says, hold my beer. Look at that. 1 year, 2 months, he's up 1,149%. NVIDIA is up only 800% over that same amount of time. So, Michael Saylor yesterday, he mocked gold investors. He basically said, yeah, what do you want to do? Buy gold? Why are you not buying Bitcoin? Bitcoin has all the benefits of gold, plus it's not manipulated. So, yeah. I mean, again, you want to be in Bitcoin. That's Michael Saylor's point. What happened? Steve Weiss, in the afternoon, he says, I bought more Bitcoin because you had some moron on the air talking about how great gold futures were. Yeah, there was a dude who was talking about he traded gold futures. Gold futures? Why are you buying gold futures? Buy Bitcoin. That's essentially Michael Saylor's strategy. And I'm not a big fan of gold either. So import that list into your TrendSpider. That chart, by the way, that compares, that is Seeking Alpha. If you want Seeking Alpha Premium, you can get a $50 off coupon. That is the second link in my link tree right here. Seeking Alpha Premium, I use it every day. It is unbelievable. Most of these articles you'll see are in Seeking Alpha Premium. This is an interesting list. This is, why did I pull this up so soon? I wanted to do this later, but we'll look at this anyway. Top 20 reshare purchasers of 2023 as buybacks are expected to rise. I think that should be 2024, to be honest with you. Oh, no, these are the top 2023 because they basically compiled them. So we always talk about Apple being one of the biggest buyback share repurchasers. Well, Marathon Petroleum was number 1. GM was number 2. State Street, STT, number 3. This goes back, AutoZone, MetLife, American International Group, AIG, Wells Fargo, DuPont, Pulte Group. Yeah. Take a look at this list. It's a good list because if a company is buying back their stock, that's really putting, we talk about dilution all the time where people issue shares. If a company's buying back the stock, that's basically giving you money. It's putting money in your pocket. It's like a dividend. So interesting list. I liked it. Oracle. We'll talk about Oracle. Well, Let me first do this because there's a couple of things. That's the Bitcoin. Okay. I'm going to talk about this. For those of you who are in alpha picks and who bought into Twilio, and I wanted to explain kind of my system because I didn't take that trade. It was right here about $70 where it was trading, and I wanted it in the 60s. It did dip down to the 60s, but I saw the earnings coming up, and it said, even if this goes to 76, 77, I still want the stock, but I really want it with a 6 handle. And with earnings coming up, I'm not willing to take that chance on a company that hasn't been great on earnings. Yes, you had earnings here, but it didn't super rise. It just was going up, going up, going up. And then you kind of hit a plateau here, and it got a trading range. The next move was going to be up or down, and I didn't trust that the candles were below the 9-day. We talk about confirmation all the time, but the candles were below the 9-day. I didn't trust it. So I wanted to wait until the algorithm said to get in. I didn't buy it at this 58. I'm kicking myself, but I'm buying it at 61 now. Twilio is a buy. And the reason it's a buy is I like it to fill this gap. I think it's going to get back to its 200-day. Now, am I sure of this? No. This death cross right here, not great. But if you look at a couple of other death crosses that it's had in the past on this 4-hour algorithm, take a look at this. It didn't last very long. Take a look at this. It didn't last very long. So I'm going to assume that this isn't going to last very long and that 50-day is going to start to flatten out. Now, as far as volume shelves, you've got it up here to 67. And you've got plenty of volume up here at 73. So my process for the alpha picks, again, if you want to sign up for alpha picks, there's a coupon code right here. It's the third one. But if you want to sign up for alpha picks, I think it's a great group. Again, the performance is unbelievable. 124% versus 35% of the S&P. They give you these great portfolio reviews. They give you reviews of every stock that they have in the portfolio. But what you do is when you get one of these, and Alpha Picks, the most recent one, the top healthcare stock bring to your portfolio, it's Cardinal Health. Just putting it out there, it's Cardinal Health. But what you want to do is you really want to use all the tools in your bucket. So that's why I say my tools, TrendSpider and Seeking Alpha. So I looked at Twilio. I said, yeah, I want it. Not sure about the chart. It's messy. But at 58, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it here at 61. It gained confirmation. I like it. But I wanted to explain that, how I go about using both news and the algorithm in TrendSpider. So algorithm got you in February 27th. I didn't take the trade, but I will get in. Simple as that. Roblox was up 5% yesterday. We can talk about Roblox. Roblox was up 5% yesterday. You see that candle, 6% in the morning. It got a confirmation up there. It's down 2.83% at $40.85. I do think this is the range from 38 up to 47. Algorithm got you in yesterday at $40.24. You're at $40.84. I think this is a safe trade for you to take. The MACD, far enough down. In pre-market, you're down 2.8% at $40.85. Like I said, that's going to get you down to just about the place where it's at. It's going to get you slightly over. If you like Roblox, again, it's an expensive trade, but I do like this range. It's putting in this range and this capitulation. You have no new catalyst, but it's clear that 200-day is providing you some support down at 40. So if that's the support, then we've got a new trading range between 38 and 48. Just get, it was between 30 and 40 before. Just buy it. And again, if you like Roblox, that's another one. Now let's talk about another trade, Meta. Yesterday, Trump was on CNBC, and he said he didn't want to ban TikTok because it would make Facebook too powerful. That brought Meta down. It doesn't have confirmation, but it's under $500. Is Meta going anywhere? Hell no, Meta's not going anywhere. What do I see? I see the MACD going down. I see the RSI going down. What do I see during that same period? I see the stock going up. Divergence. So you don't have confirmation yet, but is this a bad place to start a position? No. Look at how big the volume shelf. Look at how small the volume shelf here was here. Again, were you buying at 324? Because if you weren't buying at 324, I don't know that you necessarily want to buy up here, but I'd start a position. 1 or 2 shares. It's not, again, the VWAP is down here at 410. That is a big gap fill for it to fill. I think if you get that, we've got a lot of other problems in the market. Netflix, under $600. These guys just got a price upgrade to $700, I think, or $800. I forget. Let's look in FinViz. FinViz has it March 11th, Oppenheimer, $725. You're trading at $602. Again, $600. Look at the volume shelf. The volume shelf down here, you ain't getting back to $400 unless they do something incredibly wrong. But it's putting this volume shelf at $549 to about $575. Just buy it under $600. If you look at long term, and this is why I say there is still room in this market to buy this stuff. Look, it's not at its all-time high. That's at 700, and you're trading at 600. So you've still got room to go. Google, we talked about how I thought you should hold on to this. It's under 140. You can get into this name for long term. You're just at the 200-day. Every time you've been at the 200-day, it's gone up. This is a behemoth of a company. And I think 150 is the underprice that you want to buy it. It will go. They're going to screw up again, and you may have another opportunity. This is one, I don't get rid of it. I'm just adding to it, but I'm not adding to it right now. I just hold a ton of it. Apple finally has a cross up. 172. Where are you trading? You're at 173. Do you want to buy it? Absolutely. It's got confirmation. And I've said it before. This 160 was support. Look at that MACD. It's down there. It's crossing up. Look at the RSI at 41. If you're not in on this one, they're going to announce something AI. Look at Oracle last night. They just mentioned AI. They're up 10%. This one's going to come back. Not a problem. Costco. Will it gain confirmation above? We got out late yesterday in Costco. Got you out with a 6% gain. It's up 0.58%, 718. Your VWAP is down here at 687. Just buy it. This is a company that will announce a membership raise. Look at the RSI down here at 35. I'm going to start a position in this. Again, I'm going to start a position in this. I'm not going to wait for it to go up. I do think that it might get down here to 691. It might get into the sixes, but I'm not willing to, I'm going to buy 2, maybe 5 shares of this. It's not going to be a ton, but it's going to be enough to start my position, and I'll just continually add to it. I want to hold this one for long term. Yes, it's expensive. If we go over here and we look at Costco, the mark on Costco is the valuation. It is F. So let's go over here and let's look at Costco. Costco's valuation, PE is 46, forward PE 41. That's, again, can they hold that up? I don't know. But if they do a membership raise, that 41 all of a sudden comes down to 20, and then you've got the ability to grow to 41. You look at Walmart. Walmart's 31.23. I think Walmart's a great I own Walmart. I don't own Costco. I think the 2 best retailers in the country are Costco and Walmart. I think Target has room to grow. I think Target's an opportunity for you, but I'm not willing to put in that Target with their last quarter is an absolute one. So Costco, opportunity. PANW. This is Palo Alto Networks, largest cybersecurity company. They saw some weakening, but it's putting in a floor. You get a cross up here at 285. The RSI just kind of fluttering around. Do I think you come down to 240? Maybe. Start your position. Again, there's opportunities in the market. Shopify, it's under 80. It's up 2% today at 76. It's using that, the algorithm got you in at 75.52. That 200 days still moving positive. 50 days moving negative. You have the danger of getting a death cross. What do you do when you get to death cross? You just add more to it. Yes, it's expensive, but I think the earnings are worth it. Uber, under 80. Can this is going to use the 50-day probably as its support. It's 78.28. It's at 78.05 right now. Just get it. Just get it. I'm sorry, 76 is where it's at. Just get it. Look at that. That MACD is just, that's a ski slope. The RSI ski slope. But the stock is holding up. So again, it's putting in a leg to move higher. SMCI, I got out of it. It's up 4% today at 11.26. Do I trust this? No. I am sitting and waiting. That MACD, still high. Still high. It's crossing down. The algorithm doesn't have you out yet. You were in at 318. Again, we talk about how good this 4-hour algorithm is. This one got you in at 318 here in January. You're up, you're up 242%. I'm going to open this up and put it at the end. Hold on one second. I just usually put it at the start, but we're going to put it at the end. You're up 243%. Now, do you think that's worth $550 for the year to get this 4-hour algorithm to make 242% if you could have identified this? I did. I was in. So if you're listening to my podcast and you're not subscribed to TRENDSPIDER, either you don't have a big enough account, which again, I talked somebody out last night. They emailed me on Substack, and you can direct message me. Yes, I respond. But they messaged me and they said, hey, I've got this amount of money and I've got this, and I'm really a new person. If you're not used to charting and you're scared and you don't think that you have enough money, get a free charting software. Get Webull. Get Thinkorswim. Find a broker like Fidelity that has Active Trader Pro. Get and understand charting. That's the first step. Understand moving averages, understand MACD, understand RSI. Go and get those free programs. Start charting. That's what I want you to do, because when you start charting, then TrendSpider, it's just a rocket booster. It's like, you're riding a bike on all the other charting software. You're riding one of those crotch rockets when you're in TrendSpider. It's just that good. It is an unbelievable program. But I don't want you, if you don't know charting, this ain't going to do anything for you. If you're new to this stuff, pick 3. This was my suggestion to this person. Pick 3 to 5 stocks. Go in, trade on Savvy Trader. Because Savvy Trader has paper trading. Even Webull has paper trading. Thinkorswim has paper trading. Start looking at these stocks. Start building a system. Start understanding what I'm saying. When you look at this stuff, or if I say there's an entry, go and paper trade it so that you don't risk real money. Go and paper trade it, and on some of these ones that I say trade, or that you think are a trade, go and trade them. And if you find something, send me the symbol. And you do your own analysis. Do not tell me the analysis. You just ask me for the symbol. And then see, are you seeing it the same way I'm seeing it? And I'm not saying to copy me, because again, I'm not always right. Remember, I got out of Super Micro at like 850. I bought back in at 900. So I'd still be sitting in this. I'd still be making money. I got it at 1100. It's at 1121 right now. Nvidia, same thing. It is up 1.62%. Do I trust it? No. I still think this area scares me, but I could be completely wrong. That MACD a little too high. We showed the MACD on the other ones. Still a little too high for me. But UNH, this has a cybersecurity issue. It gained confirmation. We talked about it yesterday, how it was a buy here at 489. Was I buying it? The chart looks like it wants to go, but it's got some catalysts where I just am a little bit confused. So I don't want to get in on that one. So again, you've got to kind of talk these stories through. You've got to understand this. That's where I'm trying to point you. Hey, there's some opportunities here, and the tools that I use, if you're listening to me, they've helped me. They've helped me a tremendous amount. I don't work. In fact, I will announce I'm doing a couple of gigs for Major League Soccer in April. That's the only stuff that I do. Other than that, I'm living off of this stuff. I've got a big enough portfolio that I'm looking to grow my portfolio. We're in a bull market. Your boy's a bull. So yeah. To make sure that you're kind of in that realm too. Just had a bunch of people on YouTube saying, hey, we're buying back in. Well, you're buying back into a good market. Bull markets are tough to stop. So find opportunities that you like and then move them in. In fact, I don't have XLK. I don't know why I don't have XLK in the core portfolio. That probably should be in there. Here, Oracle surges to new 52-week high as Wall Street sees another AI beneficiary. This article is really good too, by the way. Oracle hints at partnership with tech titan NVIDIA. If you don't think that is going to boost Oracle, again, look at this. We're opened up. Look at that gap between 116. If I wasn't buying at 116, it's at 128 right now. This is up what, 12%, 12.73%. Yeah, you've got new all-time highs. The support right now is going to be this gap that was on earnings. This gap down, the support right now is going to be 125. Old resistance turns to new support. This right here, this top part of the gap was going to be resistance. It is now support. I would wait 3 days. I wouldn't buy this into the hype. I would wait 3 days. The problem is that this partnership, they've got an event plans to release in the next week, a partnership with tech titan NVIDIA. They're going to release Oracle, not expensive, not with the guidance that they gave. PE 31, forward PE of 18, not expensive. We can go in and we can look at Seeking Alpha, not expensive even at these prices. I want to buy it. But if I wasn't buying at 116, why am I forcing myself to buy at 129? Again, when I just went over, there are other opportunities. If you look at Oracle, the 52-week range is between 82 and 127. Right now, you're trading at 129. Year to date, up 8.25%. That's not today's move. When you look at insiders, they're selling, not huge. I mean, Larry Ellison last year was selling a bunch. I mean, he was selling a bunch at 120. I mean, he didn't anticipate back in June of last year, oh my God, we're going to have AI and we're going to have a benefit. I mean, you're talking about $2 billion worth of shares that he sold. I don't know. I didn't add it up, but dude still has, I mean, let's be honest, he still has a ton of money. So Oracle, I mean, yeah, I should have gotten into it. Absolutely should have gotten into it. Square, keep an eye on Block this week. Cup and handle, set up, 8 new analysts, buy ratings. If you didn't know, yeah, you can insert buy ratings into TrendSpider so you can see it. Look at the buy ratings. I mean, again, you've got this space here where it's kind of putting in that cup and handle. If we look at Square in the algorithm, I do own Square. I owned a nice 5-figure portion. It is now a 4-figure position. But I said this line up here, 87, I think that's where you're going. I think that's on a weekly. Is that on a weekly? No. But look at the 200-day. 131, just kind of fluttering. 50-day, moving positive. You've got plenty of room here. Now, I did take PayPal out of my portfolio. I kept this one. I like this one. Square and a cup and a handle. It's a good one. We talked about MicroStrategy and NVIDIA. MicroStrategy, we can look at this one, MSTR. And I don't have this in the crypto ETF. I probably should put this. This is one that you know what? Right now I'm going to put it in this watch list. You'll see how easy this is. I'm going to put this in the daily stock pick watch list. This is worth it. I mean, again, it's not just Bitcoin. It's a company that does buying of Bitcoin. And if you want exposure to Bitcoin, I say this, if you want exposure to Bitcoin, just buy Bitcoin. I mean, MicroStrategy, these are great trades. These are great things to own and to put in your portfolio. But if you're just a buy and hold and you just want exposure and you want to buy and hold Bitcoin, just buy Bitcoin. The MACD, huge. I mean, again, the algorithm, if you're into this algorithm, here you go. I mean, look at that. Just since the algorithm got you in, 45 days, 224%. The algorithm makes you 704% over 24 months. You don't think that's worth $500? Because if you bought and held my MicroStrategy, you're only up 306%. It's 23 positions, so it's one trade a month. 48% win. Your average win is 40%. That's how volatile Bitcoin is. And what this does, protects you on the downside. Your average loss is only 7%. So past performance does not predict future gains. But I can tell you, I've been using this for 4 years now. Developed this algorithm in 2020 to try and protect me against the COVID downturn. So that's, again, that was the catalyst of this one. So if you're not getting in on this TrendSpider deal, I think you're crazy. On. That I said it yesterday. On. Sell it when it's over 30. I didn't want to hold this one into earnings. I said it. Sell. It's a buy. 28. I mean, earnings weren't that bad. It was they just confirmed guidance. They didn't up their guidance. Oracle upped their guidance for first quarter, specifically taking into account the lapsing of a strong wholesale quarter in the first quarter. Expects an increased direct-to-consumer share and to achieve a constant currency net sales growth of 26%. At current spot rates, this implies expected reported net sales in the first quarter of 2024. So, supporting by strong gross profit margin, On expects to take the next step towards its midterm target to achieve an adjusted EBITDA margin of 18%. In 2024, On anticipates to achieve a full-year adjusted EBITDA of 16, which is 16 to 16.5%. So, they have more opportunity. This will get pumped up. In my mind, I think you wait for this confirmation. Algorithm, by the way, got you out with a 19% gain on the candle before the earnings. If you are complaining because you held on over 30 into earnings where the algorithm told you to get out, you can't say I didn't tell you. Now the MACD's crashing down. The RSI quickly oversold at 27. It's going to put another leg up. Your 50 days still moving positive. Your 200 days still moving positive. You just got to wait for confirmation. Wait for it to confirm. I mean, again, it's not that hard. Dendrum Queen. Are you waiting 30 days to repurchase a stock for solid gains? And what do you think of VKTX? This is Viking Therapeutics, VKTX. So the 30-day rule, Dendrum Queen, I know you said that you were just opening up a Roth IRA, I believe. But the 30-day rule is what's called a wash sale. So Google wash sale, and it's in your brokerage account. If you are planning on writing off a loss in your brokerage account, the wash sale applies. You can't repurchase that stock for 30 days because then if you make money, say you lose $100 on a stock and you want to write it off against your taxes, against your income, but you buy the stock back 15 days later and all of a sudden you make $200. Well, the wash sale is actually you're going to pay taxes on $100 because that $100 loss you can't write off anymore. If you had waited 30 days and you made $200, you could not only pull out that $200, but you could also write off that $100. That's why it's good to know these rules. Wash sales are important. So let's take a look at Viking. So in retirement accounts, that doesn't count. You can sell it one day, buy it the next day. Doesn't matter. You're not paying taxes on that. Understand your taxes. I am not a tax attorney. I am not a tax professional. These are my tax situations, not yours. But do your research. And this is why I say, when you have a brokerage firm, make sure your brokerage is good. I have Fidelity as my main brokerage. I call them up. I ask these questions. Webull doesn't have a phone number that I can call. I don't know if you could get that answer. So Viking Therapeutics, I believe this is the one that talked about the weight loss drug. Let me see, VKTX, Viking Therapeutics. Let me just make sure I'm talking about the same thing. News, Catalyst Watch, Oracle earnings, Jefferies Viking is a buy, site scarcity valuation. I don't know enough about the stock per se. It is a strong buy in the quant. The valuation is the ding. It's ranked number 4 out of 515 in biotechnology stocks. The Cardiff, Compugen are above it. So valuation is the D. When we look at the D, and I don't like looking at the D. I'm talking to a queen. I don't like looking at the D. Yeah, they don't have too much information. I think this would, let's see, VKTX. Let's look over here. They're not making money. I mean, do you want to buy into the hype? Again, do you want to buy into this hype? Algorithm got you in at 20. You're at 63. I mean, if this is the one with GLP, I'd say it's hype. Again, we talk about kind of waiting 3 days. It hasn't started to put this gap in, but there does seem to be support. I mean, look at that volume. It's not, you have no volume here between 39 and 58 because you gapped up. I mean, there's just no volume there whatsoever, even a long term. You have no volume at these levels. All the volume's down here. So it's hype. I mean, again, I'm not a biotech guy, so I can't tell you don't buy it. If this is the GLP-1 company that I'm thinking of, if this is it, just buy it. I mean, again, they're going to get taken over by somebody, but they're not making money. I think it was only stage one, if I'm not mistaken. Gary, Sam from Facebook, would you mind looking at HEAR Turtle Beach? They do headsets. HEAR. They do a headset stuff for gaming headsets. They have earnings coming up on the 13th. I don't think it looks like it would be a superstar, but I don't think it's complete trash either. The RSI is at 54. One thing that I don't like is the CEO is sold at between 1062 and 1123. The target price is 1540. It's a micro cap, so don't hate me. I absolutely hate you. Why would you buy this? I mean, what are you hoping? That they report some type of earnings and they get up here to 32? Trade it. Earnings mean nothing with a chart. If you think that this company is going to do well, you trade it. They're not making money, but they could turn a profit. I mean, HEAR, let's see, they're losing $49 million. They have 71 cents. Let's just, what's 16.5 million times 0.71?
It's 11,715,000.
So you have $11 million of cash on hand and you're losing $49 million? I mean, that's your risk right there. Let's see what Seeking Alpha says about them. It's a buy and a hold. I mean, if we look at Wall Street, 37% upside, but you only have 6 analysts. I don't trust a company with 6 analysts. That's what you get with small caps. Don't trust the analysts. That's what you get. So Sam, for me, I just went over 100 other stocks that you could buy that have upside, that are large cap stocks that should not surprise you, that are solid gainers. Sean, Gary, your thoughts on AI UiPath? It is PATH into earnings on Wednesday. I've said it, and I think I this capitulation right here, it touched this gap from the last earnings. The MACD is down low enough. I think they could actually surprise to the upside. And I don't know enough about the company. I haven't done analysis. You got 5% to the upside. They have 23 analysts. Again, Sam, 23 analysts covering Path, 6 on here. But look, it's a downward trending, kind of up, in the analyst ratings history. I mean, you can see it right there. It's ranked 23 out of 46, so it's not highly rated. Quant has it as a hold. The valuation is a D-. It's expensive, but all they have to do is mention AI and earnings week ahead. Let's see what they expect for Path. Let's see if they say Path. We'll go down to Wednesday. Zim is a good one that you can do, but they don't have an analyst of Path. Zim is an interesting shipping one if you want to play that one. You can read that article. Here, I'll put this article in the newsletter for you, Sean. Let me just put this in my notes. We'll put this in. Zim is set to release Q4. Path, again, it's AI. It's capitulating. You've got a nice gap up above at 26. You got this gap down below at 19. So I'd trade it. I would wait and see what they say. And if you see upside, you buy it. The other one that's reporting after the bell is Zim. This one, I mean, it's gone right into its earnings on its way down. Your MACD is super low. You can read about how it's going to do right here. What they expect. Consensus estimates, loss of 1.19. Consensus revenue estimates, 1.22 billion. Zim has missed earnings per share and revenue expectations in 4 of the last 8 quarters. You want to buy puts on it? Buy puts on it. That would be my play. Shep, I'm holding my SMCI and NVIDIA. Bad idea if versus trading them. Bad idea if I'm in the money right now. I'm still holding both. So I'm holding NVIDIA and SMCI in my brokerage account. I don't think it's a bad idea. I mean, if you're in the money on these, I think they're capitulating enough to say, hey, I'm going to hold it. I'm watching this to buy more. I'm trading them. There's a difference between holding them and trading them. I do believe that both of these have future upside. If you want to trade them, great. I am taking large amount of money in my retirement account and trading them. Do I mind buying at $1,200 if SMCI bumps up there and has something? No. Do I mind buying NVIDIA at $900 if it bumps up and goes up there? No. I have a good base that's in my brokerage account that are tax events if I do have to sell them, and I don't want to sell them. I think NVIDIA, I'm down here around 500 in my taxable account. SMCI, I've talked about it. I was loading up at 250. Because I saw this gap back here at 342. And I said this gap to 350 is going to be filled. I was loading up at 250. And so I've got a ton of money stored in my brokerage account. I'm not selling them. I'm holding them. I don't know if it's a bad idea. Shep, are you sleeping at night? If you're sleeping at night, it's not a bad idea. It's a personal decision. C. Guardia Guccio, you think Bitcoin is a bubble? No, Bitcoin's what are your thoughts on VKTS? I went over that one. What about Nail, PHM, DHI, Lennar, the home builders? I think home builders, you're fine. We talked about it before. I bought BLDR. I mean, I don't own any home builders, but I bought BLDR, and I bought it at, I think, about 180. It's pulled back. I'm looking to add more. The actual valuation of this one is not crazy. It's at 16. It's at 13. What's Home Depot? Let's see. Home Depot 24. Lowe's, they're at 18, 19. So BLDR to me, I think they've got room to grow. They're up 15% year to date. It's at 192. I'm just going to buy more. So I'm not a big fan of the home builders, but I'm adding to this position because I do like it. Seeking Alpha, BLDR. Let's move up here and we'll type in BLDR. I think it's a strong buy if I'm not mistaken. No, it's a hold. The growth is where it's got. Seeking Alpha analyst, strong buy. Wall Street, average target price looks like it's $213. You got 10% up there. Its low is 165. You're trading at 190. Why not buy it? Again, that's kind of my thing is it's 19 out of 41 in building products. What's number one? AZEK. I think that might be a Seeking Alpha pick. I don't know. Alpha pick. I just don't know. I mean, I don't know the sector all that great, but we need more homes. John from Facebook. For some reason, I really want to take a position in Toast. TOST. It's already run nearly 60% in the last 3 months. I'm thinking under 20 for this one, but can't seem to pin down a good entry point. Again, I'm looking for value growth and shying away from the AI hype on this at this time. Anybody else like this ticker? So here, John, I like Toast. It's the valuation. So if you've ever ordered from a local restaurant, Toast is like a DoorDash kind of thing, but it's just ordering for pickup kind of stuff. I think they do have some delivery stuff if the restaurant offers it. Its PE is 75. I mean, but they are growing. And you're right, the stock is incredibly just running. I've said it, this run right here, the pullback after earnings to fill the gap was a catapult for a move higher. You're seeing a slight button hook. You are a plus 1.12 right now. The Qs, let's see, where are the Qs? The Qs are 0.23. So you're seeing a slight bit slower and it's turning around, that might be a button hook. Again, you don't have full confirmation. I would say, if it were me, I think this top right here, we're going to put this line in. Because where it crossed the 200-day, okay, where that death cross happened is right where there was some capitulation right here, ironically. I'd say you move your price to 21.57. If it gets down there, you just buy it. I mean, just buy it. It was clear the pullback after this earnings down below here, okay? The pullback on that to kind of fill this gap hasn't completely filled it, but I think this becomes your actual support at 20. I think you start buying here at 21.50 if you want to put the position. The only problem is the price. If we go and we look at Toast, I know Josh Brown loves Toast. Not just the bread, but he loves this stock. And so this one right here, March 4th, $30 price target. Average price target is, let's see, 23. You're trading at 24 right now. If you go and look at the buy from Wall Street, look at average price target, 5% down. I wouldn't buy it right now. I mean, there's no reason. Again, I went over a ton for you to buy. I just wouldn't buy this. You know, people also follow GitLab, Confluent, Monday, IoT, which is just soared. Sentinel-1. Sentinel-1 has earnings, I think, this week. Do they? I think, yes. March 13th, so tomorrow. Is it tomorrow pre-market or is it post-market? Let's see, post. Tomorrow, post. Sentinel, we've talked about it. It's putting in this nice little range here at the top at 30. If you get a pop from 27 to 30, it's 10%. I mean, that's a great look at the MACD. Super low. You know, RSI at 45. I like Sentinel-1. In fact, I'm going to put that on my notes for tomorrow. Earnings for S tomorrow. Yeah. So let's look at some scans. First off, from the core portfolios, Coke. I said buy it under 60. It's 60.54. Algorithm got you in at $60.19. It's putting in this nice, ever since the last earnings, putting in this bottom at 58, top at about 62. Good trading range. 50 days still moving positive. 200 day starting to move positive. You look at a long term of this one. It's been a good stock. Warren Buffett owns this one. 200 days still moving positive. I've said it before. That $60 range has been the buy below it and sell above it range for years. For what, a good 3 years now? So I think your tops on this one is 65. Sell it above 60. PANW. We got it cross up here. PANW, not Oxy. PANW, 0.47. By the way, I do want to point out that Exxon has slowly creeped up to 109, 108, 109 yesterday it hit. Exxon, core portfolio stock. I do not own it. I sold out of it at the beginning of last year. But here, this one, PANW. You're at 284 right now. Do I think you should buy this one? It doesn't have confirmation. I'd rather see you buy at 290 than 285 because if this one comes down to 265, again, I'd rather see you do that. 50 days moving negative. You got this huge gap that started to get filled after earnings. 312 got you out. Again, look at that 312. You had confirmation. I don't think you're going to lose money on this 312 because I do think you're getting into that 365. But that 312 that got you in, yeah. I said buy down here at 267. That was a great move, by the way. I mean, if you bought this after its earnings, overhype, what happened with this one, if you bought this, you had a nice 5 days of 22%. Now, would you get out? I don't think so. I mean, but that was a great trade. Once you kind of lost it, you could have taken the profits for money. You were under that 9 day. You were still under that 9 day. It gained confirmation, and then you're still under that 9 day. I would have taken that 312 trade. I did not. That was on the day that CrowdStrike said, yeah, we're not seeing softness. So you kind of lost it. Again, 285.40, great price. I think you're fine on that one. We can look at Apple. Apple had a cross up. I've been saying it. I think this is the best opportunity in the market. Don't have huge confirmation, but 172, where's your bottom? Your bottom's at the 160s. I think Apple's fine. I think you're fine buying it. Pepsi in the core portfolio. I've said this one, trade around 165. You're at 164. That 165, 170 price, it's been a long-term play. The problem is you have these stocks where it's moving. Look at that. That range was broken. Now you're just capitulating. So the Bollinger Bands are cinching up. Your price is between 165 and 170. Your VWAP for this time is about 174. But do you want to hold it? No, it's kind of weak. I'm not drinking as much Pepsi. Maybe, the GLP-1 stuff is taking over. Maybe people aren't buying as much, snacks and chips and Pepsi. Square, way to cross up here. This is a secondary leg up. I think this one's getting ready to move. This one on a long term, we went over it. On a long-term basis, this is an opportunity. Your 50-day starting to turn. Your 200-day never got really negative. You had your death cross here back in September 2022. Yes, it moved down. I mean, these are highs at 245. Are you getting back there? Hell no, you ain't getting back there. PayPal had a cross up. I'm not getting back in. I like Square over PayPal. I just don't think that PayPal has the opportunity that Square does. I've said it before. This is the trading range. You can get up here to 63, but until you show a sustained range up here above 63, this gap is not in danger of 72. There are tons of gaps on this one. I mean, take a look at a long-term trend of this one. This one's super weak against Square. Square, your 50 days starting to move positive. On PayPal, your 200 days moving negative. Your 50 days moving negative. I don't know what the hell the guy's doing. Divo, D-I-V-O. This is an enhanced income. This is a ETF, dividend income ETF. This is one of the what is it? Covered calls? Yeah. CVX, MRO. Melly is in the scan list. This one looks like it's a reversal using that 200 day, 1543. You're at 1541 right now. You're seeing some weakness. Do you buy it? I don't know. I mean, that MACD looks super, super low. The RSI, 39. We look at a weekly. This is just a minor pullback. Again, you're in this range, but you're at the bottom of this range. Do you break that range? Your 50 day, you just had your golden cross here at 1172. And that was, let's see, you were trading here at 1172. Even if you held on, you were up as much as 50%. But even if you held on, you're still up 30%. That's the bottom of the range there. When you break that range, you buy. Melly's a good company. Again, I think it's a great one. ServiceNow. We had a cross up here on ServiceNow. This is in a current move. 755. Are we getting another leg up? Look at how far that MACD has fallen down. The RSI is at 50. You got their earnings coming up April 24th. One of Warren Buffett's favorite ones, BYDDF. This is BYD company. This is the electric car company in China. China stocks are moving. This one, 25.30. You're trading at 26.50. So, BYDDF. Lunar. And there are, by the way, I know we're in a bull market because the scans were huge. Lunar. This is the one that put the lunar rover on the moon. And then it tipped over. Boy, that one at 1256. This one's starting to gain confirmation again. 595. You're trading at 576. That MACD is super low. If you look at the long term of this one, remember, this is not a company that's making money. So this is based on hype. This will 100% be on hype. Holo, which is one of the AI plays. This is a microcloud hologram, and they have a cross up. Would I buy this? Hell no, I wouldn't buy this. Even though that 492, again, and this is where the charts come into play. Even though that 492 looks to be an entry price in the algorithm only wins 35% of the time. Your average loss is 26%. Your average win is 53%. Now, the difference is if you bought and held this, you're down 94%. You're down 94%. If you use the algorithm, you had 18 positions, you're down 87%. So the algorithm actually saves you, but it doesn't make you money. So levered ETFs, some of these I put new ones in. BABA is up. BABX is a 2 times daily BABA. This one is up 3%, 1470. You know, again, you're trading at 1495 right now. So, solid move. SMDD, which is a short on, I think, small and medium caps. Ultra Pro short. Made a couple of shorts that look like they're going up. 1136, you're trading at 1138. So, the markets are good. Again, I kind of point out to you, there are opportunities in this market. And how do I find those opportunities? It's TrendSpider. TrendSpider allows me to find these opportunities by scanning and looking at these things. $45.88 per month. That's $550 for the year. Sign up through the link tree, then email me. I'll send you everything to import here. It is a fantastic, fantastic product. The second thing, and again, if TrendSpider is too much, then this 189 for Seeking Alpha, they find you stocks as well. I mean, the quant rating, all of the research. If I had to pick between Seeking Alpha Premium at 189 versus Alpha Picks at 449, I would probably choose Seeking Alpha Premium. It doesn't get you the stock picking of Alpha Picks, but it does get you the analysis. It gets you all of the quant ratings, and it gets you much more information. It's less of a, hey, here's what to buy. It's more of, hey, let me do my research. So in my mind, I'd rather do the research than have somebody tell me what to buy. But if you're just somebody that sits back and wants 2 stocks a month to trade, and every now and then get a text or an email that says, hey, you should sell this one, and you build a portfolio, $449, Alpha Picks. And the reason I say that is their performance 105%. Their most recent analysis of their portfolio included a great look at why SMCI is still in their portfolio. You know, again, Shep asked me, should I hold this? They're still holding it. So, you know, again, they have a process and a strategy, and that's why I like it. If you don't have a broker, sign up for Webull. I am going to get out of Webull again, shrink it. I'm going to start at $1,000 again. We're going to do a challenge, maybe a month or two. But sign up, get your free stocks, because I do like the fact that they give you free stocks. So if you want anything else, I do have Visible up here. I have, if you buy a Tesla, I have an AT&T refer a friend, Savvy Trader. Follow my trades on Savvy Trader. Savvy Trader, just a great platform. Like I said, you can paper trade on Savvy Trader. If you go up here and you want any of, again, if you want confirmation that I kind of know what I'm doing, I'm number 2 now year to date, 52%. I ain't beating crypto. I ain't beating crypto. I mean, there's no way I'm beating crypto long term. 3 months, where am I? I am, let's see, number 3. I've been number 1 year to date for a long time. 1 month, am I even on this list? Yeah, I'm down here, 13.8%. 1 week, am I even on this list? I don't think so. No, I'm not even on this list for 1 week. So, but year to date, I'm number 2. I haven't even been on a year. 52%. Are you coughing at 52%? Because there's only 2 of us in the 50s. The next person's not even in the 40s. They're at 38. So, again, if you want to follow me, Savvy Trader, there are 2 portfolios that I have. There is a trading portfolio that does cost to follow. I will tell you, I don't trade much, but I do trade. And so that's one. You can pay $25 a month to follow that one. The core portfolio is actually free. So even if you don't have TrendSpider and you want some names to trade and you want to take a look at these are the core portfolio ones. All the stocks that I went over, where I said, hey, buy this one under 80, like Uber, Shopify, buy PANW under 300, Costco under 700, Apple under 180, Google under 150, Microsoft under 400. That's all core portfolio stocks. These are solid stocks that you can buy for the long term. If you lose short term, you're not going to get killed on most of these. Roblox, you probably want to trade. You could get killed in that one. SMCI at 1124, you could get killed in that one. NVIDIA at 878, you could get killed in that one. But, Costco, it's turning back up at 731. God, I wish I would have bought it at 708. Again, I think it's putting in a floor. I'm going to add to it today. Any questions, hit me up. I am always available. Again, don't sleep on that. One thing, if you made it this far, the paid newsletter, folks, you got an email yesterday. We're going to do a Zoom meeting at noontime tomorrow. I'm going to be live on Zoom. So if you want to interact with me, hop on Zoom at noon tomorrow. I'm going to try and space these out over different times. We may trade, we may not trade. Noontime's a little bit of a tough one because the morning has more volatility. Afternoon shouldn't have a ton of volatility. Maybe we get into some earnings plays. I'm there to do whatever you guys want me to do. It's much more interactive because you're on camera. You can talk to me. You don't have to chat. If you're shy, you can chat. If you're just listening to me at work, it's a good one. But if you're a paid newsletter subscriber, this is part of the benefit of that. I am going to raise the prices because, listen, I'm doing one a week at this point. I'm not promising that I'm going to do one a week, but it is a benefit for paid subscribers. So if you have any questions, hit me up. Okay. Talk to you guys. Bye.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart